everyone. How you doing? Welcome to E2G Sports presents the night shift. Thank you for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Really helps us out. We're really trying to build this brand. As always, I'm joined by Zach. You could follow him at blind underscore side underscore 73. Zach, how you doing?
Mm-hmm. Doing good. How are you doing today, Shay?
Pretty good, man. You know, I look forward to Tuesday nights talking fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, um, so let's get right into it. Today, as everyone knows, there was a lot of cuts. Um, Zach and me actually talked a little bit earlier about it. A lot of surprises. For example, Duke Johnson, Marlon Mack. I was surprised. Sony Michelle, Philip Lindsay, Kellen Mond, second year, going into a second year. He was cut kind of soon. That one was surprising. What do you feel, Zach, was the biggest surprise of the day with cuts, or what really drew your attention today?
My two biggest was Sony Michelle, like we talked about. I mean, I thought he was going to get at least back to but I guess he wasn't even. But especially after his Super Bowl run with the Patriots and then with the Rams, I feel like he'd be on team. And then my second pick isn't really a fancy pick, but I'm surprised they already cut Alex Leatherwood from the Raiders. I thought they at least give him the end of the year. At least give him one more year. I mean, spend a first round pick and 2 years later he's gone.
Yeah, absolutely. And then OJ Howard. I mean, I thought like going to Buffalo. He's an athletic tight end. He had, his injury issues, but this could have been a really good opportunity for him in Buffalo. Dawson Knox is there, but he still could have got some play. Two tight end set. What do you think about OJ Howard?
OJ, I agree. I thought, all right, so fresh start, he's away from Brady. Because, I mean, as much as Brady's like spreading the wealth, Gronk's that guy. So he's going to throw to Gronk more. So I feel like it was good for him trying to get a new change of scenery, but then once I saw he got cut, I started looking at his preseason numbers. I was like, yeah, he wasn't playing. So I mean, it makes sense, but still a tough cut.
Yeah, absolutely. And Josh Gordon, he's one of those guys we always feel like, at least I feel like, all right, he had that breakout season, 1,600 yards in Cleveland, and then he had
the lead.
Yeah, exactly, and he had the marijuana charges and kind of had some mental issues and things like that, and he still was getting signed. Well, that was like 2013, that breakout year.
Yeah, then he was like, went there. He went with wasn't he in Seattle for a year?
Yep, he was with the Seahawks, Patriots. So he's always gone places with good quarterbacks too, since Cleveland, and I don't know. It seems like he can't shake those demons off, and he got cut today. So
it's probably a mix between that and just too much time pass.
Yeah. Then, a lot of these guys being cut too really had no fantasy relevance, but like bringing up a guy into our next topic, Marlon Mack, him being cut really, really solidifies the man, the myth, the legend, who's not really a myth anymore, Dameon Pierce. So I'm wondering, do you think he's worth a 4th-round pick at this point with everything?
I'll
put him in the Breece Hall tier.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was thinking that that's like Breece Hall level. Yeah, I'll put him in round 4th just because I feel like he's going to surprise some people now. I mean, everyone's talking about him now, so I'm not sure how much of a surprise his year's going to be. But I do think he's been creeping up enough draft boards, I feel like fourth, fifth is probably is where I would do it. So
I agree. A guy like Damian Pierce now, he has no Marlon Mack, and I never even felt like that was really a threat to his touches and his value. I mean, it was slightly, but as far as me wanting him, Marlon Mack was not scaring me away. Um, I actually took.
Marlon Mack, I think, would be more third down stuff anyway, even if he was still there.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. He's not really a pass catcher, so he was going to have to take the first two downs away from Marlon Mack, and I mean from Damian Pierce, and that is not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Especially not now.
Yeah.
I took him in the 6th round in a draft Sunday, and I would definitely take him in the 4th now.
Yeah.
Depending on how my draft was, scoring formats, but I wouldn't knock anyone that took him. I seen someone took him in the 3rd round on a Twitter post, and it's like, hey,
ooh, that's
he could burn us, but
yeah, I think that's
damn, I feel confident.
Yeah, man runs hard.
Yep,
I like that.
So there's a lot of drafts going on. So how many leagues are you in, Zach?
All right, I'm in 3 right now.
Mm-hmm.
One from a bunch of guys I went to high school with. Then 2 from people I went to college with, and then we're trying to set up another one to do my work. So that's gonna be 4. But that's I mean, the high school one we've been trying to stay together for a few years now, so we've been keeping this one going for a long time.
So how many people are in your leagues, and is it PPR standard?
They're all standard. We got so the one I'm in high school with has 8 guys in it. College is 10. The 2 college ones are 10, and then the other one I think is 8. And then we're trying. Then, like I said, the college one we have, or the work one. We have 4 people right now. We're trying to get to at least 18 league.
Nice.
What about you, Shay?
So I think I'm in 10 leagues, which is the most I've done. But redraft, I have 4 redraft. I have an IDP league. This league called the Frankenstank with toilets to titles, and then the rest are dynasty leagues. And then our E2G Sports League.
Yeah, I was just thought that when you said that, I was like, I forgot we're in this one too. So that makes it. I'm in 4.
And that's 16. That's 16 people. So that one's gonna be tough. But there's defensive guys and all that in it. So
yeah,
that'll be cool. So how many leagues do you think is too many?
I mean, no disrespect. I felt like 10's a lot, man.
It is too many. It is too many, dude.
I feel that. I mean, yeah, because the most I think I've ever done was 6, and like 4 of them were like random leagues. I was just trying it out, and I felt like that was too many trying to watch it and everything. But I'm gonna try to stick around the 4 to 5. This is my max.
Nice. I agree. I think last year I was in 4, and I felt that was perfect. With the 10 leagues, the good thing is it's dynasty, even though it doesn't matter. That still counts. But I don't have to prepare for drafts around this time.
True.
But it is too many, but so many people asking me, and it's hard to say no.
Yeah, exactly. That's
especially because some of them there's some legit players in some of them, and it was hard to say no.
Yeah, I feel that. Like I said, I feel that.
Yeah. So let's go into into the pro league. So this is a league I commission. I've done this league for this is the 4th year now. I'm yet to win a championship, but it lives by the name Pro League. We have a lot. It's a local league, and there's a lot of good guys in this league. And it gets really competitive. It's a 2-quarterback league, which I just made it this year. A 2-quarterback league. So round 1, I went Josh Allen. I had the first pick overall. Round 2, Derek Carr. With Devontae Adams there. The guy threw for 4,800 yards. I feel that the lack of touchdowns he had really hurt his fantasy value, but with Devontae Adams, he could easily add 18 touchdowns to that total. Round 3, I went with Alvin Kamara. There was a big run of quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds, so I went Kamara back to back. So after that, I went Pittman, Terry McLaurin back to back, just to get me some good wide receivers. Yeah, and then I went Mooney, Schultz, and then I believe I went Drake London, Singletary. Then I must have went Rashard Penny and Daniel Jones. Then Madison, Raheem Mostert, and then I ended it with I got Romeo Dubes, and then I ended it with Jameson Williams, and I threw him in the IR spot.
I was gonna say, yeah, because he's out for a minute, but
probably 8 weeks.
The run.
So, what do you think of the squad?
I like this. We was actually having a conversation the other day with somebody was talking about they were making fun of somebody because they took Josh Allen in the first round. They're like, "Oh, Josh Allen's not gonna put up." He's like, "You sure?" I mean, Josh Allen. I mean, this is his time.
Yeah, it's 2 QB too, so you need to, like, first overall, you have to go Josh Allen kind of, or Herbert, or I would at least Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, and Josh Allen's going to get you some rush yards too, so that's going to help. Like that. Yeah. Like you got some sleepers in there, like Romeo Dubes.
Yeah.
And then you have Rashard Penny's the only one I'm kind of nervous with, just because that's Seattle offense.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I took him late. And I might not even start him over Singletary, but I don't know, because Singletary's playing the Rams. And that's a tough matchup, but Denver's tough too.
That and Daniel Jones would be too. Like, I don't have any faith in Danny Dimes. That's just me personal. But other than that, I feel like it's going to be a decent squad.
Yeah. No, I like to draft the best team I can, and then after about 3-4 weeks, you get an idea. Of where you stand. Because a lot of these teams look good, you know?
Yeah, and then like you get in the season, you draft Lamar 1 overall, then Lamar chases ACL week 1, and you're done. I've had years that happens.
Exactly. Yeah, so this league, it's competitive. Keep that saying that. These are some of the teams. Yeah. This is Kyle. He hops in the stream from time to time.
Yeah.
He's a Niner fan, so we went Trey Lance.
Or there's a top 4. How you feel about Jimmy G staying?
Ooh, that is something that definitely concerns me. Not as far as him starting, but the locker room could be split because something like this. Trey Lance now has to look over his shoulder, worry like, oh, if I do bad, we start 2-6. Is he
Then
gonna come in?
the fan base is gonna every time if Trey Lance goes to Pitt, they're gonna be yelling for Jimmy back.
Yeah, that's tough. It seems like their fan base is split too on how to feel about it. Some aren't worried because they know Lance is the guy, but some people are because there's always that chance. They have a Super Bowl roster.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
Chris,
Jimmy got him what 3 years ago. He got him there.
Yep.
He was
2018.
like what 4 inches away from winning the Super Bowl with the Emmanuel Sanders pass. He just barely missed it.
No, for real.
I mean, if Trey Lance almost has to win a Super Bowl, I feel like, and otherwise, that fan base is gonna turn on him.
Mm-hmm. And if they're not winning, they might look over at the other side of the QB room and see Jimmy there. Like, all right, you know what? Let's see. But that could screw them because then you ruin Lance's confidence completely.
Mm-hmm.
So today I seen some stuff on Twitter and all that about the Amazon Prime ball. So I'm going to share this quick. It's kind of a weird looking ball. And at first I was like, oh my God, I thought they were really going to use these on Thursday night.
Yeah.
But they're not. So thank God, because Stafford slung this thing.
So what are these, just special?
Yeah, look at that. 100 yards.
No, they can't let people do that.
No, that's what I said. When I first seen this, I said, all right, I'm going to, anyone playing Thursday night football, I'm starting them. They're going to throw 100-yard bombs.
Exactly. I mean, that's like he didn't even step into it. It's not even like, so, I mean, like, I know they're doing all that stuff for, like, Nickelodeon playing games and then doing, like, a fake slime and stuff. It's like, so do you think it's just something like that, or you think it's, like, what's the deal with these?
I guess it's just a marketing thing Amazon's doing just to get people to buy it. I'm thinking of buying one just to throw. If I could throw that thing 60 yards.
Yeah.
I feel I'll, like, try to get seen by a scout or something.
Exactly. Just like, what ball are you using? I don't know. That's one if I want.
Yeah. Hello, everyone joining us. Welcome to E2G Sports presents the Night Shift with Zach and Shay. As always, just remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the algorithm, and we're trying to give you guys the best content we can. Fantasy football is right around the corner. So if you haven't done your fantasy draft and you're looking for a place to do it at, Airport Grill in New Bedford, Mass. They definitely can help you out there. It's a great environment and a great time. So Zach, I know you talked about your leagues and stuff. What league is your favorite league of the four? And which one? Just talk about it, I guess.
Okay, so my favorite one as of right now is the one I've been doing since with a bunch of guys I went to high school with. We've been doing it we do redrafts. So it's been, we didn't do it like off and on probably for like 5-6 years now. Because we stopped a little bit, then we got back together and stuff, like reunions and stuff. But I like that because like I know I've been for long enough. So like growing up in high school, doing stuff with them. So like I like that one because it's more interactive with people. It's like, and so a lot of them I kind of know how they think, and so I feel like I have a little more advantage in those leagues. So usually come in like second or third every year, kind of annoying me.
Oh
One of
man.
these years, I'm winning it. It's annoying me. We got that. I really do like. I want to get this one started with my work because a couple of guys in there are starting to get into fantasy, so they're trying to ask me questions. And so I was like, that way I feel like that one's going to grow.
Yeah.
But and then we all of our set up all of our leagues. We wait till after the 53 rosters have been mostly finished out. And so that's why
Smart.
ours is this week that we don't draft somebody. Oh, we got cut week one. They're all standard leagues. Dabbled. I think one year we did an IDP and none of us really liked it. Got too hectic. Yeah. So we just stick with the standard leagues, and then we just see how it goes. But I'm really excited for do it this year.
Nice. That's awesome. Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing that your leagues do wait till after preseason, after the cuts, because if someone drafts Marlon Mack, something like that, now they got to drop him.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Batty, I actually have him in a dynasty league from Baltimore Ravens, and with J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards hurt, I was like, all right, he may have a shot. Use a dart throw, but now it's like I might just drop him. The guy couldn't even. They signed Kenyon
Yeah, because
Drake.
I was gonna say, yeah, they signed Drake, so I mean that's killed everybody, all running backs.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, main player being
Yeah, what player do you think's being slept on right now? That people are letting slide around or too far behind their average draft position.
I will admit I'm a little biased on this, but I'm going with I feel like Zay Jones is going to put up decent yards. I feel like touchdowns just it won't be till near the end of the year, so maybe
Mm-hmm.
like a playoff run would be good draft to like stash for that. But I feel like Trevor Lawrence Jackson was starting to get a little more comfortable with him and Christian Kirk, but I also feel like Kirk's gonna be more the deep threat, and I also feel like people are realizing thinking Kirk's gonna be the one. So like his Zay Jones is gonna be more slept on than Kirk is just like but Zay Jones hit the game winner against with the Raiders last year opening weekend against the Ravens.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
very
I feel
true.
like he has potential to be a high two. I wouldn't say a one, but
Yeah, I feel like people are sleeping on Dalton Schultz, Dallas Cowboys tight end.
mm-hmm.
He was a number 3 tight end last year. No Amari Cooper. Jalen Tolbert's there. He's a rookie. Uh, Dallas has the potential to lead the league in pass attempts this year, especially with them wanting Tony Pollard out there more. He's definitely a guy who could run the ball, but he's a great receiving back. I
And
think Dalton
CD is gonna
Schultz,
get the number one.
right, he's going to get the one, if not double teamed, and then Schultz has the whole middle.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people are also sleeping on Alvin Kamara. Like it seems like they don't want to talk about him as a top running back anymore. And he missed some games last year and still finished top 10, number 8 or 9 in PPR. Um, he's probably going to get 70 catches in a PPR league. Like Kamara is a guy you definitely want to get. And reap the benefits. I think he should definitely go as a top 10 running back and a top 10 possible pick. I actually have him. I'm moving him up my rankings, especially with the suspension really looking like it's next year.
Yeah, or if he even gets one at all.
Right. Yep. Which you're right, he may not. They might settle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Before we get into this next topic, I just want to say, I'm very happy that Brian Robinson, everything's good with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very scary situation to be, out going to your car and have 2 kids have with guns shoot you and try to rob you. Like that's insane. Um, so I'm
No doubt.
happy he's good now. Seems he has He's at the training facility bringing Oreos to the team. Running backs, like it's all good. I really hope people that put memes and stuff out there about Gibson stuff paid respects to like Brian Robinson and the situation. Um, it's really not a joking matter, and
No, it's not.
the world's crazy. So, um, now that we talked about that, Antonio Gibson is the guy now that seems to be back as the RB1 in Washington. So, Zach, what do you think about Antonio Gibson now? His draft position, his outlook.
I feel like he's gonna get one more opportunity. I mean, I do feel like he had gotten put in the doghouse a little bit with, and then with Robinson doing good, which hopefully they're saying he may come back at the end of the year. I wouldn't risk it, but if he's back and ready to go, that's on. That's hits his body. Don't know if he's able to, but I feel like they're gonna give Gibson his opportunity. But if he played like he did in preseason, I think they're just gonna end up going with McKissick as one for a while until if that's when Robinson comes back.
Yeah, I'm definitely rooting for him. I have shares
No
of
doubt.
Gibson, but I don't care about that. I want Robinson to come back and just light the league on fire now. And he was on track to be the starting running back for Washington, like in this short time span. Like him and Dameon Pierce just were working hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
No draft capital really invested in them. They just knew they had to go out and beat the next man.
Mm-hmm.
I Gibson is someone you definitely want to get because he's going in the 8th, 7th rounds as of like yesterday. I mean, it's gonna go up, but take him in the 4th, 5th. Now he's had 1,300 total yards last year, 10 touchdowns. He's a RB1. It's not the prettiest RB1, but he's a guy that you could have as your RB2, putting up RB1 numbers. He has a good floor. His ceiling isn't the best, but I mean the situation right now, he has his backfield back, not due to his skill or whatever, just to the situation.
I mean, also his quarterback's Carson Wentz, so it kind of counts that way too.
Yeah, it does. Carson Wentz isn't the best quarterback.
Mm-mm.
So who are 3 players you feel this year will bust? Doesn't mean they're going to be horrible, but at their average draft position, they may not live up to that draft capital that you may have put into them.
Okay, so my 3, I got 2 of them are from the same team. I don't Baker. A lot of people are like hyping up Baker. That Baker Mayfield is always going to be top 10 quarterback at the end of the year. I don't think he'll hit that. I don't think McCaffrey will either, just because I feel like McCaffrey's going to get hurt again, like either summer season again, and then he's out, and then that's going to lower his. Because I've seen people, they're drafting him 3rd overall in the 1st round. I feel like that's a little high for McCaffrey. And then I also feel like using another running back, I don't think Derrick Henry's going to be the same
anymore. Derrick Henry,
after that running of that foot injury. I mean, even last year he was still run over people, but it wasn't to the consistency he was doing. But I feel like just as a power back, he knows power backs don't last that long in the league. So I feel like eventually he's starting to come down now.
Yep. So there you go. That's 3 solid people. And, Henry is going in the 1st round too. So, someone takes him. So I have Miles Sanders. He's a guy I won't draft, period. I don't care how much he drops. I'm all set. 1 touchdown last year. He really hasn't done anything since his rookie season. And he even said himself to not draft him, which, could be a joking matter, but I mean, I don't think he's really joking. I think Kenneth Gainwell has some upside there. Jalen Hurts is going to vulture a lot of rushing touchdowns. Dallas Goedert in the red zone. A.J. Brown's going to be used. And I just don't see Miles Sanders really fitting in and giving people the RB they think they're getting. CMC, he's another one. Obviously, he's going to be a first-round pick. Typically, PPR, he's going 101, 102. I've seen him slide to 106, 107, but even I wouldn't take him till like the 17th pick overall, which he probably won't fall that far. And I really don't want him. He's fragile. 10 games played in the last 2 years of a potential 33. At his size and his durability, that he's shown, it's gone. He's glass now. He's getting hurt. He's missing games left and right. And that's not what you want from your first round pick. You're looking for something that is more consistent and available. Of course, when he does play those few games for you that he's out there, it's going to be 20 plus points per game. And if Carolina really wants to keep him upright this year, they cannot give him 25 plus touches. Can't even give him north of 20 touches. It has to be 12 to 15, mainly pass work, pass catching. Running is not going to be and that's really limiting his overall first round draft capital to me. And he's not a guy. I had him, obviously. So I've lived it, and I'm staying away from CMC. Another guy I'll go is J.K. Dobbins. Reports are out he may not play week 1. It's looking likely he's not. And I'm not really sure of how effective he's going to be coming off that injury. It could nag him all year. And I get it, running backs all could get hurt, but he's hurt. He's coming back from being hurt. And I'm not willing to take a chance, I guess, on J.K. Dobbins. I feel he'll bust. The only good thing I do see for him is he does have the backfield to him, unless Kenyon Drake could step his game up. Once Gus Edwards comes back, see how he plays because he's also injured. And then Mike Davis. So they got running backs.
With what you said with Dobbins, I mean, with that injury, how many running backs do you think come back from that and be the guy still? I mean, Andrew Pearson, but I mean, it's usually the following year when they come back 100%.
Right, and especially running backs, it's a hard injury to come back from. It's unfortunate, but he's a guy that I don't really want. If he falls, I'll definitely think about him more than someone like Miles Sanders. I would take Cam Akers over J.K. Dobbins. There's some guys that where he's going that should be clearly ahead of him. So those are just 3 guys I have that I think will bust.
I feel like we both agree though that EMC is not the same anymore.
Right. Yep, exactly. So everyone, thank you for joining us. This was a good show, Zach, as always. This is already our 4th week, right? I said 4th week?
Yeah, 4th week.
4th episode, yeah. And we have the fantasy season starting next week. Thursday, Rams and Bills.
Bills.
So we'll be coming out. We'll have our rankings during this show coming up. We'll talk about players, who to start, sit for that week. It's going to be some crazy content coming out from the night shift crew here.
Yeah, who knows? We may even throw in a few predictions for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Hop in the comments as always. We always answer every comment. I like to thank E2G Sports for this opportunity as well. Make sure you subscribe, you like. We're growing, and we want everyone to grow with us. So until next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're out.
Okay.